Hey everyone, this is Sheryl. This is Clientele. I'm not going to tell you what night it is. You're going to have to figure it out for yourself, or day. We'll just figure it out. But I do have somebody sitting next to me about 600 and so miles away who is just the most wonderful, what did you say?
I said just a little bit of miles away.
Just a little bit. Who's the most wonderful, loving, fun, fascinating person. And I cannot wait for you to meet her. Her name is Lois Stone. Could you say hi to everybody, Lois, for us?
Hi, everybody. I'm here to have a conversation with you.
Well, we're going to have a great conversation because we're going to find out all about Lois because her life is very, very inspiring. I've known her for a lot of years and I've seen all the different evolution of what's happened and it's pretty amazing. So I have to say, Lois, I'm going to ask you to basically take it away and tell us a little bit about your life story, where everything began, from where you were to where you are now.
Sounds good. So I'm from New York. Thought I'd never leave New York City. And I did. I met my wonderful husband and I moved to California maybe 40 years ago. And our life took many different journeys. So my husband was fortunate. He got a job with the Harlem Globetrotters as their announcer. And for 7 years, he announced all over the world. And when we had our first child, he decided he didn't want to be an absentee dad. So he came back and continued with sports. And he eventually got a job, switched his career into talk radio and started a radio station. And I had to put on my brakes and move to Alabama. So that was very different for me coming from New York and large cities. And we lived there 8 years. We brought our beautiful son with us. And then we had a daughter in Alabama. So we lived there for a long time, which was wonderful. And then we moved to many different other cities and came back to California eventually. We did a 360-degree lifestyle fun run. And then here I am. And I finally decided to start my career. And I got into real estate. Before that, when I first moved here, I worked for a large synagogue as the senior vice president, not senior rabbi, I should say. And I worked there for 3 years. And I'm a people person, so I love people and I love sales. And I've bought and sold homes every 2 years when we would move. And I said, that's exactly what I want to do. I want to help people. And here I am 17 plus years later and love my job and I love my clients that become my friends. And in between that, when I moved to California, I met Sheryl, who has been a blessing to my life. And here we are today.
And you to mine. And I'm going to challenge you. I
Oh,
would love for you to do a cross between a New York accent and an Alabama accent. And can you put it all together and say something?
never, honey. Not at all, y'all. Never.
All right. So you heard it, a cross between a New York accent and Alabama. You heard it here. So the story that I love, because as I said, I've known Lois for many, many years. And as a matter of fact, I'll be very, very honest and translucent with you. I won her out of a divorce. So when I was getting divorced from
Yes,
this,
me, by the way.
from what's that?
I said that was my blessing, by the way. I got
Yeah, definitely mine too. So you know how, you get some friends and you get some friends and whatever, but I got her and I got her, blessed husband, Dave, who is now in heaven. And this has just been an incredible, incredible friendship. So I wanted to bring her on because, I've been bugging her for a long time and saying, why don't you start to use Clientele? And she was, I'm just use this and I use that and so forth and so on. And you're going to hear about that in just a minute. But what was really great about the evolution of you is, working for the rabbi, which we talked about, and you loved it, as you said, because you were a people person, but then you got tired of it. And a realtor sold you your new house and
Yes.
said to you, you'd be perfect to do this. And you had question marks. And then what happened after that?
So it's something that I always loved. So when a realtor came to me, I could have given them as much information as they gave me. And it's just my passion. I just love it. And then at night, I took the classes and I have never turned my back. I don't mind working 10, 12 hours a day. It's just fun for me. I just love to see people happy and enjoy their new beginnings or upgrading or downsizing, whatever it is. And it's fun to go to different neighborhoods and meet different people along the way. So that's kind of where I'm at today.
Well, and I have to tell you, she's as sharp as a tack, and she's got, clients galore, because my husband is a real estate agent as well. It's all about referral, as you know, because you know who you love to work with. And this would be a person, if you live in Southern California, that you definitely, definitely want to work with. And she's just tremendous. So I remember that, and this is the encouraging part of the story here.
Hmm.
Um, well, one of them at least, because there's lots. But I remember when we were on the phone one night and you said, I just don't want to study. I just can't do this. I'm just, Now, I'm sure all of you have had those moments where you're trying to accomplish something big and you just have to get over that one hurdle and you just have to walk through it, but you don't feel like it. You're too tired, whatever the case may be. You're just, I can't study anymore. And you really have to be a person that wants to study with real estate. It's a lot of stuff. Um,
Not
and I
easy.
kept, pardon?
It's not easy. You just have to
No.
little motivation spot, working a full 8-hour day, and that doesn't include travel and having two children and having a husband. You have to find the time. So I would find like my peaceful time at night when everybody was sleeping, and it gave me a little peace. And I always felt for every test that I took and for everything I learned, it was like I'd find a positive accomplishment, and that really helped me. And, even let's go into clientele a little bit too. So, I was resistant to starting a new product. And you and I spoke, and I said, you know what? I'm ready to start with your product. And I did. And I'm very diligent about my daily process of putting on all the serums, all your product on my face daily, and I do see a difference. And I'm very glad that you pushed me into working with clientele. And I'll tell anybody else out there, definitely give it a try. It has
Well,
this value. And I now can't think of going to sleep or waking up in the morning without my the basic steps that I need to put on my face.
well, first of all, thank you for that, because that definitely encourages others to do it. And would you say that is one of the things that we do at Clientele that's very important versus some of the other lines
Hmm.
is, when you call online, a lot of the times you get people that will take your order. And that's what they'll do. And they'll take your card, they'll take your order. Thank you very much. We'll throw a sample in there and you're done. Would you say that the personal touch, the personal consultation, where I asked you a zillion questions, really helped you get the right products so that you're getting the results that you're getting?
I did because I have slight rosacea on my face, and we had discussions and we spoke about what would be helpful. And the specific product is very soothing for my face, and it makes it a lot easier to put on my makeup and gives it um, uh, less of a reddish tone to my face. So it is really helpful for learning what products are good for you. Not everybody has the same skin tone, the same oil base on their skin. So knowing you having all the knowledge helps the next person. So having the knowledge is really wonderful for an individual.
Absolutely. So that's what I wanted to point out. Now, before we actually get into your daily program, which we're going to talk about so everybody knows what you're doing and why you're getting the results you're getting. And as a matter of fact, I thought that she looked 12 before we started Clientele, but now she looks 8.
I'll take that. I don't know if I want to eat again, but I'll be 23 again.
Yes, definitely. It's like the old, for those of you who are out there who are, my age, 64 years old, and you remember Jack Benny, he was always 39 years old. So Lois, before we actually get into your program with Clientele, which we're going to do in just a moment, there is something that I felt was a really important story for you to share. And we talked about this a little earlier. You did lose your precious husband. And at that time, you basically were thrown into the business world of, oh no, I've got 2 kids. I'm by myself. I've got to step it up. I've got to do well financially. How did that all happen, and what did you do to make the success that you've made today happen?
That's a good question. I I followed my path that I love so much. I really love sales. And so when my husband was alive, he was more of the breadwinner. So I did this for enjoyment and fun and the love for what I do. And then when he passed away, I had to switch and think about it a lot harder than what I was doing in the past. So people have to know, like, and trust you, just like the product that you sell. And I really took my whole self and threw my whole day into my career. And I spent 8 to 10 hours easy per day, called clients, said hello to them. Very fortunate. The one thing that's more important to me than anything is to make somebody happy. And that is the biggest blessing for me. And with my previous clients, I would ask them for referrals, which they gave me, and my business just grew more and more. And if you're consistent with what you're selling and you're consistent with your beliefs in life, that will stay with you and your business will grow. And to me, the first thing in my business are my clients, not me. So I always keep that in mind. And it's really an enjoyment. And many times I just called a client today and I just sold her a property in Thousand Oaks. And she's so excited for purchasing new products for her house. And she says, you have to come over again. And it's for me, it's building a lot of fun relationships.
Exactly. And it's so funny because we just had Ben Starling on last week who
Mhm.
talked about exactly that. It's all about key relationships
Exactly.
and just loving people,
Hmm. And
loving and caring about them.
if you really are sincere, it will show through. So, and really, anything you do in life is really not about the paycheck first. It's really the love for what you do and what you can give others. And then everything falls into place afterwards, and you don't have to worry about that. And that's where I'm at today. And really, from building a business from nothing to where I am today, I'm very proud of myself. And I know others can do that too with whatever they choose in life, whatever career path they choose.
Well, that's a huge takeaway. What you just said is it's not about the paycheck. And that's one of the reasons we're friends, because we believe that's the result of what we're doing, the love and the passion that we have for what we do. I love doing this for Clientele and for all the people out there, men and women, who need my help.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about, need our help. So that's one of the reasons that we're friends, because we've got that same mindset. So that's a good takeaway for everybody. So now we are going to talk about your cute little face, and which is a beautiful little face. And let's talk about what you start with. Now, everybody, I want you to please like and share this, because this is great info. Doesn't matter what business you do, it's great info what Lois is talking about. And like and share, and then you're also going to be entered to win in next week's drawing of $150 worth of clientele. So please do that and like and follow. And then there's all kinds of extra samples and gifts and bonuses, but you have to call us at 800-327-4660. And that's Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And because Lois is from New York, she knows what Eastern Standard Time is.
Hey,
So let's so let's talk about your beautiful face. Now, the first thing that you do every morning and every night is what?
okay, you have to show the product because I didn't bring it with me. So show the first one. This is it's not as clear. This is one of my favorites. I love it. I'm addicted to this. So this is morning and night. So and that scrubber, as goofy as it sounds, is fabulous. And it does make it lather. So the product, you need so little of it. It can last you forever, almost, not maybe quite forever, but close to it. And that I put on to wash my face in the morning and wash my face at night. And it takes away like the dead cells and makes your skin so incredibly soft. And it's my staple. It's my go-to staple. So that's the first thing that I do in the morning.
Now, before you continue, and I'm sorry to interrupt, I just want everybody to know what we actually put you on, which is an incredible value, by the way, everybody, instead of buying it separately, is the Estro Lift Complete Kit. And so Lois has every single thing in there that she needs for cleansing, exfoliating, which we just talked about,
Mm-hmm.
nourishing, which we're going to talk about, protecting and replenishing. It's all there. So please go ahead.
Yeah, and it's actually, the kit itself is very easy to follow. So I keep it in my bathroom and I put it in a certain spot and I just follow the steps. So if you want to go to step number 2 and show it on this, oh yes. So these are the products that you put on your face, and I have to tell, I don't know, after cleansing my skin, all of them have a very soothing touch to the face. And I know it might sound not a big deal, but it is a big deal because after using the products, my makeup goes on so smoothly and it feels great and it absorbs into the skin, which is nice. And it don't feel oily whatsoever.
So what we're talking about, which we always say, is when you cleanse and exfoliate, exfoliating is essential to getting rid of the dead skin, not only so the skin looks brighter and healthier and pores diminished, that your products absorb. Everything is sitting on top and not absorbing when you have that veil of dead skin and clogged pores. You want to get all of this nourishment. So what Lois is using, I'm almost going to be able to rhyme it, Lotus and Lois, Lotus and Lois,
Yes.
is the lotus seed. This is something that actually lived for 1,288 years and was able to resist the aging process. And you can read all about that on our website called Lotus Science, so please do. But what this is doing for her is brightening, firming immediately. In the first 10 minutes, you'll feel the firming, just changing the skin tone to really healthy. And it's the only DNA repair enzyme in the country. We have the exclusive patent. Nobody else can do it. So you're actually protecting, I don't know if you know this, the healthy cell to keep it healthy so it doesn't form lines, loss of elasticity, and loss of hydration. This is gold.
Yeah, it's golden. I have to tell you, it's I don't know what's not my favorite because one product after the next works hand in hand with each other. So let's go to number 3.
Now, Lotus Firming Serum is not part of the kit, by the way, everybody, but I want to let you know the Estrolift kit. I want to let you know that that is something that we always feel is integral, that we want everybody to use, man, women, whatever. Everybody should be using that because that's the most intense concentration of the lotus seed. And now we've got the Youthifier.
Yes, and this goes on. Um, I'm telling you that you don't need a lot of the product because it goes on very smoothly. And I put it all over my face, and any leftover product, everyone out there, also you can rub it on your neck and all over your the above your eyes. It's really a great feeling to have the product itself on your skin. And it also gives a very soft, um, once you put your makeup on, it's also a very soft look to your skin once it's, absorbed into your face.
And the Youthifier, just for everybody to know, in addition to everything you're saying, which are all of the benefits,
Hmm.
is sort of like a Pac-Man. If you all remember that game, Pac-Man, where it would eat up, whatever it was eating up. These little Pac-Men in the Youthifier will eat up all the dead skin cells, going deep down into the layers that are preventing regeneration of new cells, and get rid of them. So that's what it's going to do. And it's going to energize the cell. And literally within 4 weeks, I'm sorry, no, 2 weeks, I'm sorry, there will be a huge difference in years. You're going to kind of turn back the hands of time, and you're going to see it. So if you're 62, you'll be 58. You do the math, but you'll definitely see the difference. Now, after that, we protect the skin, and that is with your moisturizer that has, hope I'm holding up the right jar here.
I'll let you know if I'm using that one.
Nope. Your moisturizer that has your sun protection in it. So this is an environmental protector. And by the way, in Estro Lift, everyone, one of the things I told Lois, and probably went, in one ear and out the other because it's a lot of info. Would you say that because we lose estrogen as time goes on,
Yes,
that we notice changes in our skin?
we do. That's very true. That's
What
very true. But I will say with this product, it's a little bit thicker, which is wonderful. So that's one of the last things that I put on my face. And it almost seals the skin. It like seals. I don't even know how to explain it, but it does seal it. And I do also put it on my. So it's one of the things that I do put on my, including my neck. There's always, everything goes on so smoothly, your products, that you can use it for more than, say, your cheekbones or your chin or the nose area. And that almost like solidifies everything that you've put on already.
You're right. You're absolutely right. That's the best way to describe it. You are literally sealing in all the nourishment, the moisture, the protection. And then at night, because we have to kind of wind this up a little bit, because I still want to touch on her internal care.
Hmm.
She's using her night treatment in place of her day treatment,
Yes.
which when you wake up in the morning, I always say your hair might look awful, but how does your skin look when you wake up in the morning?
Oh, it feels good. It does feel good because I keep up. The one thing, you can't do it every other day. You really need to be consistent in life in general, with your work, with your personal life, your private life. And if you are consistent with the product, you will get your results. And I really feel that it has a tremendous value um, to your daily skin life. So I'm it's like it's habit already. You have to make it become a habit.
There's an old song, "You're getting to be a habit with me." I think that that's what we should use for our slogan.
I think that's a
So
great idea because it's so.
yes, it would be hysterical. But thank you. It is morning and night. It becomes you. It's just something that you do because you look forward to the great results. It's like exercise. When you start seeing everything tone up and you want to go a little further and further and further. So daily is the way to go. Now, I want to touch on your internal care. And also, by the way, we did provide in the kit a phenomenal eye cream. And everything in Estrolift is all about loss of estrogen, what nature takes away. We are helping to restore with our phytoestrogens in the Estrolift line. That's what you're seeing. Now, your vital factors.
Mm-hmm.
first internal and external skincare line in the country. We believe beauty in and out. How has that affected your energy, your skin? What are you noticing?
So the Vital, yes, that I take in water, which is great because truthfully, before, water is very important no matter what you do in life. That's have at least 8 glasses of water. So they're tablets and they dissolve exactly, doesn't take that long and they actually taste really good.
It's
So
great.
that you have to force yourself to drink. It's perfect. The taste for me is great, and I take it in the morning, and it does give you energy. You might not notice it, but if you think about what you do at the end of the day, like for me, I'll talk about myself. So I start from morning, and then some nights I can be done 9, 10 o'clock at night. Like last night, I got home closer to 10 o'clock after seeing a client. And honestly, I didn't even realize how much I did during the day. And I got home and then I had dinner that late at night. And I didn't even realize where the time went. So I take the morning nutrients, the vitamins, that,
Mm-hmm.
and then there's evening vitamin to take, the minerals.
I'm just going to lift them up here into the camera so everybody can see them.
Yeah, they're great. I already have them in. I do my Monday to Sunday and I take them every day.
So, what Lois is saying is bottom line, you may not get that immediate spurt when you drink the Vital Factors, although most people actually say that they do. They go, wow, it kind of makes you very present, like, all right, ready to take on the day. And it really does. But what Lois is noticing is the end of her day, how much she's accomplished, and she still feels great. And that's a benefit as well. So, what the
Yes,
Vital Factors are doing is they're actually promoting your own human growth hormone. We're not giving you human growth hormone, it's promoting your own. That slows down dramatically. Your energy changes, you get little aches and pains, metabolism slows down, memory, focus, heart health, all of that. Immune system is not as strong because when we're younger, isn't that all strong?
it's all strong. And as you know, nature just provides us as we get older that we have to work on ourselves a little bit harder. And honestly, I don't feel it. I'm taking your vitamins, I'm taking the minerals, I'm taking the vital factor, and your whole product from the vitamin side of it to the skincare side. If you are consistent, everybody, it will work for you as it worked for me. And it's still working for me. I am not giving it up. And I wasn't an easy client, was I?
No.
I I kind of resisted. I'm used to doing things my way, and Cheryl changed me.
Well, thank you. I think it's more clientele changed you, and I'm just so grateful that you're here. I'm actually going to announce a winner. So, some of these things that we're talking about, perhaps they would like $150 worth of clientele. I am going to announce LaDonna Golden. You are our winner. Thank you for liking
Wow,
clientele.
you're
Is,
lucky her.
is that awesome?
Yeah, that's great. You're gonna
So,
love it.
yes, and LaDonna, we're glad that you're better. I know that you haven't been feeling very, very well. So we're so glad that you're better. And thank you so much for just liking and sharing clientele and being a big support to us, just like Lois is. Like and follow, like and share, everybody. Call us at 800 327 4660 Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Lois, I am going to thank you, first of all, for being my wonderful friend who I love with
I,
every cell in my body. And
oh,
thank you so
and,
much for being here.
and seriously, anyone who is listening, it's definitely worth starting the product. You will love it as I do. Take care,
Thank you.
everybody. Have a
Don't
blessed.
say bye yet
Oh,
because
okay.
next week, we're going to have another guest, Gail Gensler. Gail is a automotive, I'm not going to say automotive expert, but she runs an automotive company. So she probably is an expert. She's a bodybuilder and she's a model, all at 60 years old. You can do it. It's amazing what we can accomplish in this life. So join us next Tuesday, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'm not going to forget Mountain Standard Time. That's 7 p.m. and 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, can we say goodbye to everybody, Lois?
Okay, I'm ready to say goodbye. Listen next week and see her results too. You will love it. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone. Blessings.
Bye.
Bye, Lois. Thank you so much.
All right.